Hello,
Hello,
please introduce yourself.
my name is Askar and I am from Kazakhstan city which calls Shymkent, which is located in southern part of Kazakhstan.
So let's turn to our speaking part one. So I'm going to ask you some general questions about yourself, home, job, studies, interests, and so on.
Okay.
So what do you like doing in your free time?
Usually I have a lot of free time and usually I play computer or watch films and going out with my friends to cinemas or some cafes. Just I want to relax and just treat myself by doing some pleasure things.
Do you enjoy exercise and what sort?
Mm, but I did gentle exercises before, but now I don't have enough time to do exercise. But some gentle exercise I do it in the morning when I wake up, and it's very gives me very energy in the morning, and it's very, I think, useful.
Tell me about the place where you live.
I live in the southern part of our country, which is a city which calls Shymkent. It's famous for his hot weather in our country and for his population. A big number of people live there.
What sort of food do you like?
Usually, I don't choose some special food. I eat just which food my mom cooks, and it's very. I think it's usual for me. And I don't choose any special food to eat.
And the last question, do you like traveling?
Yes, I like traveling because it's very interesting. You can see the places, but now I don't have any opportunity to travel because my parents pay me for my traveling. But if I could chance, I would travel a lot.
So let's turn to speaking part one. You have a topic. You have to talk about a town or city you like. So here it is. You have 1 minute to prepare, and then you must speak for 1-2 minutes. Okay? You can keep it.
Talk about a town or city you like, and I think my favorite town, my favorite city, which I have visited, it's London, because I have been I was there this summer, and I really enjoyed this time in London, because it's very modern city. Now it's modern city and also historical city, because there are a lot of modern buildings and also historic buildings, and going there, it was my main reason going there was to improve my English, but also I saw a lot of places in London, and just I was interested in the London since my childhood, and it was my dream to visit, and it was very good time. And what about city? The city is very busy because there are a lot of population, and people are very polite, and I really respect them. And there are a lot of entertainment places which you can visit, and you can treat yourself by buying some clothes brand clothes which we don't have in our city.
Okay, and the question, do you know anybody who is there?
Actually, I don't know because I don't have any relatives or close people in there. But I met a lot of people and I still communicate, keep in touch with them.
Okay, so we turn to speaking part 3. So let's continue discussing the same topic, which was in speaking part 2. So, do you think cities are changing for the better?
Yes, because time is changing and technology is changing, and it shows that every megapolises are getting busier, getting better every day. And I think it's usual for every country or city.
And what are some of the benefits and disadvantages of living in the countryside?
But I think there are a lot of advantages because it's a very natural place, and there are very peaceful place, and there are a lot of mountains, very fresh air, and I think it's a very good place to relax and to spend leisure time. But disadvantages, there are you are far from the megapolises, and you don't in some countryside you don't have even net, and you can't keep in touch with your relatives or close peoples.
So, do you think it is important to know and visit the places where your parents, grandparents, and other ancestors lived?
I think yes, it's a very good idea to visit these places because you can know how these people was brought up, and it's very interesting. You can visit. I think everybody should visit this place because it's they can show how their parents lived when they was young.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello,
Could you please introduce yourself?
my name is Aidana.
So let's start our speaking test, part 1. So I'm going to ask you some general questions about yourself, your home, your job or studies, and so on. So what do you like doing in your free time?
Actually, I like reading books, listening to different kinds of music, and watching TV and seeing different films.
What sorts of sports do you enjoy watching?
I actually don't often watch sport programs, but sometimes I watch tennis and sometimes football with my father.
Okay, so tell me about the place where you live.
I live in Shymkent, which is the city on the southern part of Kazakhstan. I've been living there from my birth, and I like the city very much. It is a beautiful city where different buildings and different beautiful places are situated.
So, do you like traveling?
Yes, I enjoy traveling very much because I see a lot of beautiful places and meet new people, talk to them, and communicate with new people, and also try new things. So I like traveling.
Okay, we turn to speaking part 2. So you are given a topic, it's here, right? So you have 1 minute to prepare, and then you have to speak for 1-2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So please.
Okay. City I like very much is Astana, which is the capital of Kazakhstan. I know the city from our geography lessons, also from people who live there, from my relatives, and so on. I enjoy I enjoy traveling by steamboat very much. This summer with my father, I went on by steamboat towards Yesel River, and it was very interesting to see beautiful buildings of Astana from the river. And I also like walking in streets of Astana because there are lots of interesting buildings where you can go and get to know new things or buy something new. What else? I also like going to houses of my relatives in Astana. We talk to each other and talk about how this city has changed and communicate with them. It's very interesting to see them in this beautiful city.
Mm-hmm. So let's turn to speaking part 3. So we continue discussing the same questions relating to the topic in speaking part 2. So, do you think cities are changing for the better?
Yes, I agree with this. Because nowadays all cities and all countries are trying to develop in a good way, and cities are in a progressive way as new buildings are being built and new places are being created, and people are people think that people think and they enjoy of this because everybody, in my opinion, everybody wants their city to develop and to be more beautiful.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the benefits and disadvantages of living in the countryside?
There are lots of advantages and disadvantages. If we talk about advantages, for example, the scenery in countryside is very beautiful, and there is fresh air, kind people. What else? And there is no such a busy city, busy streets in countryside. But living in countryside has some disadvantages. For example, you can't go to some places such as in city, which are located in the city, and you can't, for example, call to some another person if there is no opportunity to call. And there are some problems with communication in countryside, and with getting new information.
So, and do you think it is important to know and visit the places where your parents, grandparents, and other ancestors lived?
Yes, but not. I think it's important to go to this place, but not so often, but rarely, because you shouldn't spend time on the past, but you should know about your parents, about your grandparents and ancestors. You should know about their lives, about their experience, and you should know. You should ask other people who saw this, who had seen these people, and ask them what interesting stories were with them. And I think you would get a lot of information if you went to this place. But in my opinion, you should go rarely.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello,
Could you please introduce yourself?
my name is Nisa Yeltay.
So we start our speaking exam. Part 1. I'm going to ask you some questions on general topics like yourself, your home, your hobbies, interests, and so on. So, what do you like doing in your free time?
In my free time, I like cooking and watching movies. In cooking, I especially like baking, pies, cakes, pancakes, etc. Everything that is sweet. And movies, I like thrillers based on a true story.
Okay. So, what sports do you enjoy watching?
Actually, I don't really like sports, but I think box is nice to see because Kazakh boxers are they usually win a lot of Olympic games.
Do you enjoy exercise and what sort?
I enjoy exercise. I enjoy running because when I run, I can breathe fresh air.
So, tell me about the place where you live.
I live in Shymkent, the city in the south of Kazakhstan, not far from Uzbekistan. It is my hometown. I was born there, and it is the capital of the most populous province in Kazakhstan. It is famous for its hospitality, and there are a lot of nationalities, so Shymkent is a very cosmopolitan city, and from my point of view, the thing that more accurately expresses Shymkent is hospitality.
So, talk about a film you have enjoyed and why did you like it?
The film I have enjoyed is Becoming Jane. I like it because it is a love story of this Jane. She is a writer, and she loved one guy, and they cannot be together because her family is poor, and she need to and he this guy he always sends money for his family, so they decided to run together, but when she knew about his family, she she gave up this this how to say this running plan. So she never married in her life, and this movie is based on a true story about Jane Austen.
So, and what sort of food do you like?
I like sweets. I like fruits. Everything that is sweet, and I like to cook sweets. So, I always eat an ice cream, even it is winter. That's all.
So let's turn to our speaking part 2. Okay, so this time you have a topic to talk about a town or city you like. You have 1 minute to prepare, and then you have to speak for 1-2 minutes, okay? Okay.
The city that I want to talk about is London. I loved this city very much because of its economic development. I knew about this place because I was there last summer, and I enjoyed watching sites there, such as Platform 9 3/4, Big Ben, Madame Tussauds. But though I haven't been in any museum there, I heard a lot from my friend. She also has been there. So I met some Kazakh people in London, and it was so exciting to see my nationality in other part of the world. So I like it so much because there I could speak English, and my language barrier was broken in that place. At the first time, I even didn't understood what English people are saying to me. But then, after 2 months being there, it was very easy to me to understand everything. It is a very convenient way to learn language, to be in this native country. I was there with my brother and with his wife. It is unforgettable travel in my life.
Mm-hmm. So, and is there anybody who is still there now?
Yes, I met there one Arabic girl. Her name is Mitha. She was attending English courses with me. And she also likes Korean soap operas like me. So we had a lot in common. So I think there are some another people, Japanese, maybe Polish people from a camp that where I was.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's continue our speaking. So we continue discussing questions related to the topic in speaking part 2. So do you think cities are changing for the better today?
Yes, I think so. Because we have a lot of developed technology to improve our cities, to improve our life. Cities are now becoming bigger. Nevertheless, there an air pollution in all cities. We can easily find a work in a city rather than in a countryside.
Okay. So, and what are some of the benefits and disadvantages of living in the countryside?
Benefits in the countryside are, as I said, fresh air that we can breathe and we can have a peaceful life in countryside without any worries or without people in the countryside, they differ from people in a city, because in city humans usually become nervous.
Mm-hmm. And the last question, do you think it is important to know and visit the places where your parents, grandparents and other relatives lived?
Personally, I think yes, it's important. But I live in a place where my parents and grandparents lived, in Shymkent. Also, I have relatives in the countryside, but and I visit them very often. It's important to keep in touch with our relatives.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hi.
could you please introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Murzamaz Patay. I'm an IELTS program student.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's start our examination. We'll start with speaking part 1. So just listen to me and give short answers. So what do you like doing in your free time?
In my free time, I like listening to classical musics and playing football with my friends and read books.
So what sports do you enjoy watching?
I enjoy watching football.
Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy exercise, and what sort of exercise?
Exercise? Well, I do morning exercises every day, and I believe that it helps to my health.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the place where you live.
Well, I live in Shymkent. It's in the southern part. It's situated on the southern part of Kazakhstan, and it has a population of about 1 million people, and it's very hospitality city with a lot of sites, and that's all.
Mm-hmm. So talk about a film you have enjoyed and why did you like it?
Well, last film is
Just the one you liked.
well, the film that I watched several months ago. It's called We Are Millers. It's about a family that well, it's a comedy.
Mm-hmm. So why did you like it?
Because I like comedy films, and that's why I like this film.
So what sort of food do you like?
I like fruits because fruits are very healthy for my health, and that's why I like fruit.
Mm-hmm. Do you like traveling?
Yes, of course, I like traveling.
Mm-hmm. Let's turn to speaking part 2. So I'm going to give you a card. This time it's about a town or a city you like. So you have 1 minute to prepare, and then you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on this topic. So here is a topic, part 2.
I wanted to tell about our capital, Astana, and it's situated in the central part of Kazakhstan. It has a population of about 1 million people. Well, it's becoming a very big city, and well, it's quite cold city. They are very this city have very many sites to see, and that's all.
For example, if I would like to visit this city, what kind of sites should I visit?
First, Bayterek and Khan Shatar, many parks, well, entertaining center Duman, and mega shopping center. Well, it's enough.
Mm-hmm. So, and do you know anybody who is there now?
Who's there now? Yes, my brother is there now. He studied at the university, and he lives there for 2 years.
Okay, good. So let's continue. We turn to speaking part 3. So we continue discussing the same topic related to speaking part 2, right? So give me, let's say, maybe more detailed answers this time. Do you think cities are changing for the better?
Yes, of course, because it's our capital, and it's young city, and that's why it's improving.
Why do you think more and more people are living in cities?
Living in cities.
Why more and more people would like to live in cities, not in the countryside?
Because in the cities you have much better chance to find work, or next question.
So, what are some of the benefits and disadvantages of living in the countryside?
Disadvantages. I didn't understand.
So, why it is good and why it is bad to live in the countryside?
Why it is good? And because, in my opinion, it's first. Okay, next question.
Do you think it is important to know and visit the places where your parents, grandparents, and other ancestors lived?
Could you repeat?
Do you think it is important to visit the places where your ancestors, like parents and grandparents, come from?
Next question.
Hello,
Hello,
could you please introduce yourself?
my name is Yulia Ovechkina.
So let's start our exam. Speaking part 1. I'm going to ask you several questions about yourself, your home, your job, or your studies, and you'll give me brief answers. So, what do you like doing in your free time?
Well, I like to listen to music or go to the cinema or theater, and I'd like to spend time with my friends.
What sports do you enjoy watching?
I like watching skating, and at the free time I like to go to the Mega Center and do skate.
And do you enjoy exercise, and what sort?
Well, yes, I enjoy, but I'm not do some exercise. I just have a good time for myself.
So tell me about the place where you live.
I live in a city, Shymkent, which is situated in the south part of Kazakhstan. My town is medium-sized. I love my city because I live with parents and my friends live in Shymkent. I think my town is very green because we have many plants, especially at the center of streets, at the central streets.
So talk about a film you have enjoyed and why did you like it?
Okay, I watched a film named War Horse. The film was about the boy and horse. He grew up this horse and they were friends. But his father said to him that he wants to sell this horse, and then boy go to travel and try to find this horse, and this moment is happened when happened first international war, or how to say, first international war, and at the final this boy will find this horse, and it's so for me it's very kind and good film about that our personality could be good and it can depend of time when you live.
So what sort of food do you like?
Well, actually I prefer fast food because I don't have much time for preparing food. I study and then I go to my courses, but I know that it's not healthy for my health. At the weekends I try to make some healthy food for myself.
And do you like traveling?
Yes, I really like traveling. At the last summer I was in Turkey. I like to know something new about new places where I have been.
So we turn to speaking part 2. So you are given a card with a topic. You should talk about a town or city you like. So you have 1 minute to prepare, and then we're going to talk about it for 1-2 minutes. So can you see the topic?
Okay.
So here it is, right? Ready?
Yes. As I said, as this summer I was in Turkey and I stopped at the hotel which situated in Kimia. And many people think that you can do something interesting in Turkey, but I don't agree with them, and I will give you an example. I go to Antalya and It was not excursion, but just walking, and it was really interesting for me because I saw the real lifestyle of people. I saw not touristic people. I saw the people who live there. I saw their culture. For me, it was really good time, and I'm enjoying by my walking because I was with my grandma and we tried to speak on English. I tried to do something personal. Well, it was very funny, and I understood that you can, if you want to know something interesting about the city or place, you should go there and just walking to see spectacular views and size of the city or town.
Mm-hmm. So let's continue talking on this. So when did you last go there, you said?
It's last summer.
Uh-huh. So, and do you know anyone who is there now?
Unfortunately, I don't know. Now we talking about our traveling with our friends or relatives, and maybe someone will go to Turkey at the next summer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's continue to discuss questions related to topic in part 2. So, do you think cities are changing for the better generally?
Well, in my opinion, it depends of our time. It depends of our science, because now our personal values and some culture is changing because we live in how to say electronic society. Science is developing and everything depends of our minds. Now for every person, education is the most important thing you should study, and our family values is not so important. For example, many people are not getting married, they do their career. Well, in my opinion, cities is not get better.
Mm-hmm. So, and do you think why do you think more and more people are living in cities today?
Okay. I think because of some stereotypes, people who live in cities, they want to be more conventional, near to some conventional things like telephones, fashion. In our time, fashion is very important, and I don't know why. And people want to have a good life. They want to have a good future, and I think for this reason they go to the town or cities.
Mm-hmm. So, what are some of the benefits and disadvantages of living in the countryside?
Okay, I think people in the countryside is more kind. They are not go-getter. People who lives in countryside know each other, and I think people in countrysides have more good personal qualities like brave, honest, and Unfortunately, in our time, we don't have such qualities in each person, and I think it's most it's the main disadvantage of city.
Mhm. And do you think it is important to know and visit places where your parents, grandparents, and other ancestors lived?
I think yes, because if you want to know better your parents, relatives about their life, I think life of your parents it's kind of history. For me, it would be interesting if I went to the place where my parents grew up, uh, because it's like an it's like a game for you. You will find their relatives maybe if they live there, and try to know something about your family. Well, in my opinion, family is the most important in our life, and yes, I think it's good if you visit place when your relatives lived.
Mhm. Thank you. Hello,
Hello,
please introduce.
my name is Adlit. I'm the IELTS program student.
Okay, let's turn to speaking part 1.
Okay.
Just listen to me. I'm going to ask you some general questions about yourself, your home, or your job or studies. So just listen and give me short answers.
Okay.
So, what do you like doing in your free time?
My free time, I prefer to listen to classical music.
And what sports do you enjoy watching?
What sport? I think I prefer boxing.
So, do you enjoy exercise and what sort?
No, I don't enjoy exercise because exercise is work. I work only I must do it.
So, tell me about the place where you live.
I live in the south part of Kazakhstan, in Shymkent, in the center of our town, on Mailkhoja Street. That's all.
Mhm. Talk about a film you have enjoyed and why did you like it?
Film I have enjoyed, it was knocking the heaven doors. Can I introduce this film? This film about two guys who met on a ambulance, and both of them are ill, and they will die. I think after few weeks, and they do absolutely everything what they want to, what they didn't do in their life.
What sort of food do you like?
I like fast food. Yes, I prefer fast food. It's not good for my health, but it's really tasty, not so expensive, and main reason is fast.
And do you like traveling?
Yes, of course, I like traveling. This year I visited London. I had been in London for 1 month, and I think it was a really good experience in my life.
So we turn to part 2. So you are given a card. So with the topic, this time it's going to be the city or town you like. So you have to prepare to eat for 1 minute, and then you have to speak for 1-2 minutes. So here is the card. You look here, right? So and you have 1 minute to prepare. Okay. Mhm.
Last time I had visited Turkey. I visited Turkey at summer. I was there with my family, and it was really enjoyable for me. I enjoyed this travel. I relaxed, swim, and then rest of my time in Turkey I spent with my sister. She was there too. We met with guys from other countries. I first time it was first time when I when I communicate with a native speaker, and it was very. He gave me some advices in my speaking, and it was good experience.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about this topic. So, when did you last go there? You said.
2 months ago.
Mm-hmm. And do you know anyone who is there now?
Now, no, I don't know anybody who is there now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's all about speaking part 2. So let's turn to speaking part 3. We
Okay.
continue actually talking on the same topic. So do you think cities are changing for the better generally?
No, I don't think so. Because nowadays cities, big cities, they become to
Okay. So why do you think more and more people are living in cities?
because in cities they, for example, in countryside they can't, if they want buy something new or walk in a park, they can't do it. And cities today, they are modern, and they can do a lot of things, and they can buy a lot of things in a city.
So what are some of the benefits and disadvantages of living in the countryside?
Living in the countryside, firstly, it's a countryside, and I think in my town countryside, it's education at school. It's not so good in comparing with our education. However, it's they don't have good teachers, and they can't give good knowledge to children.
So, and do you think it is important to know and visit the places where your parents, grandparents, and other ancestors lived?
Yes, I think it's important because you should know where from your parents and grandparents, and I think it should be just interesting for you. because maybe they told you something about places where they're from, and should be interesting to see it after listening to see these places.
Thank you.